Hello, cruel world. I want to tell you about the fight of the century. It happened 2019. That's the day Snoop Lion stepped on Captain V feet. Captain V said, "Motherfucker, can't you see why you standing on my brand new Nikes?" Snoop Lion roared, "I ain't heard a word you said. Say if you say three more, I'll be standing on your motherfucking head." Now Captain V lived on 5th and Wall with his 5th Street hustling ladies, bullshitting Snoop Lion every day of the week. But every day before the sun go down, Snoop Lion will kick his ass from St. Julian all the way to Compton. But Captain V got wise and started using his wits. He said, "I'm gonna put a stop to this old ass kicking shit." So Captain V ran up on Snoop Lion the very next day. He said, "Oh, Mr. Snoop Lion, have you heard the news today? It's this big bad motherfucker, and he's coming your way, and he's somebody that you don't know, cause he just broke a loose from the Coney Island show. They say he came from Bronx by the way of Brooklyn. They say he busted out of the nutsack of the son of Sam. He talked about your people in a hell of a way. He talked about your family till my beard turned gray. He said your daddy was a freak and your mama was a whore, and he even spat at you selling asshole from door to door. He said your sister did the damnedest trick. She got down so low she sucked a crackhead's dick. He say he spat at your niece behind a tree, screwing a blonde-headed transvestite T-baby. He say he saw your aunt sitting on a bench, giving downtown James Brown a French. Then he talked about your mama and your sister Lou. Then he told me how good your grandma screw. And you know your little sister that you say go to Bishop Church every night? He say he fucked her all night long for 2 sticks of spice. So Mr. Snoop Lion, you know that shit just ain't right. So whenever you run into Fat Joe, be ready to fight. So Snoop Lion, he let out a hell of a roar, cocked his Kango to the side like a 44. He went through Skid Row smoking up big trees, kicking crackheads to the knees. Then he ran up on Fat Joe, talking to his 5 wives. He said, "Alright, you big belly motherfucker, it's gonna be your black ass or mine." Fat Joe looked at him from out of the corner of his eye and said, "Alright, you little funny bunny pimp rapping motherfucker, you better go pick on somebody your own damn side." But Snoop Lion, he let out with a fancy pass. Fat Joe sidestepped him and kicked him dead in his ass. He busted up his jaw, fucked up his face, broke his hands and his legs, snatched his ass out of place. He picked him up, slammed him into a Dollar Tree. Nothing but Snoop doggy line shit as far as you can see. He pulled out his nuts and rolled them down St. Julian and kicked his ass all the way to Hollywood and Highland. They fought all that night and half the next day. I ain't lying. Somehow Snoop Lion managed to get away, but he drug his ass back to 5th and Wall more dead than alive, just to run into Captain V with some more of his signifying jive. Captain V said, "God damn, Snoop." He said, "You don't look so swell." He said, "Look like to me you caught a whole lot of hell." He said, "Your eyes is all red and your asshole is blue." He said, "I knew in the beginning it wasn't shit to you." He said, "I was just telling my my 5 goddesses and my wife before you left. I should have kicked your ass my motherfucking self. He said, yeah, and I seen Fat Joe when he slammed your ass into that Dollar Tree. He said, cause some of that old Snoop doggy line shit even got on me. Then Captain V got happy. He jumped on his skateboard and started skateboarding around. But I think his feet slipped because his ass hit the ground like a streak of lightning and a ball of white heat. Snoop Lion was on his ass with his hands and his feet. Dust rose and tears came into Captain V's eyes. Captain V said, Mr. Snoop Lion, I apologize. He said, but you ain't raising no hell. He said, cause everybody saw you jump on a senior citizen after I slipped off my skateboard and fell. He said, well, if you fought like men should, I'll whoop your ass from St. Julian all the way back to Hollywood. He said, just let me get my nuts off this concrete and I'll give you a GAW all over these streets. Now, Snoop Lion, he couldn't quite fathom. And I don't understand why he couldn't. So Captain V had to break it down to him. GAW, good ass whooping. Now, to Snoop Lion, this was one hell of a challenge. He got up and squared off for the fight. But Captain V grabbed his raggedy ass skateboard and skateboarded damn near out of sight, landed way up there on 5th in Los Angeles and started to grin. And then he hollered, Snoop Lion, your goofy ass just been bullshitted again. He said, now what I told you before would never part, but what I'm about to tell you now gonna break your motherfucking heart. He said, your mama ain't no good and your sister, she been a whore. He said, well, I had that bitch on 5th and Crocker for a year or more. He said, hush up and don't you roar, cause I'll skateboard back down 5th Street and whoop on your dog ass some more. And don't you look up here with your sucker paw case, cause while you standing on 5th and Wall, I can stand on 5th in Los Angeles and still piss in your motherfucking face. He said, well, I'll take this here lollipop and whoop on your ass till it sing the Nicki Minaj coochie shop. He said, if you ever come around here fucking with me again, he said, well, I'm gonna send you back to my Fat Joe friend. But Snoop Lion, he looked up with a hell of a frown. He roared so loud it blew Captain V and his skateboard all the way uptown. And when he landed, he broke his skateboard and his neck. And he landed in front of a metro bus. It was one hell of a wreck. As the paramedics tried to revive, Captain V looked up to the sky with that one goofy ass tear in his eye. Nothing he could say or nothing he could hear. He knew that it was the end of his bullshitting and skateboarding career. Skateboarding career. Skateboarding career. That's all, folks.